What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at what Git and GitHub actually are. Now, this is the very first video of a much larger series where we're going to actually dive in, use Git, learn how to use it, Git and GitHub, learn how to use that, connect the two, and do a bunch of really cool stuff. This video is the introduction to this entire series where we're just going to learn a little bit about what Git and GitHub actually are. If you want to take my full course on Git and GitHub, I will leave a link in the description. That is over on Analyst Builder, and it is a fantastic course if you really want to dive deep into Git and GitHub. With that being said, let's jump onto my screen and get started. All right, so before we get into Git and GitHub, a really important concept to understand is version control. Now, version control has a lot of depth to it, but I'm going to give you some of the basics of what version control is. The way that I look at version control is basically like a video game. You can have save points previously, and you can go back to those save points, and then you can play the game from there, and if you want to go back, you can. And that's kind of how version control works. It takes snapshots of changes you make, except instead of a video game, it's when you're coding. Say you're coding today, and you take a snapshot, and then in a week, you take another snapshot, and then another week, you take another snapshot. But then at the very end, you realize a while back, several weeks ago, you did something wrong and you need to go back. Without version control, you may not be able to do that. You may not have saved your files appropriately. But with version control, you can just revert back to a previous snapshot, and then you can start working from there. And it's a really great system. So it takes snapshots of changes. You can view your history. So if you take lots of snapshots, you can go back and you can see where you took those snapshots. You can also roll back your changes. So like I said, if you've been coding for a week, a month, a year, you can go back to any of those previous snapshots. The next thing to know is that version control systems allow for collaboration. Now, with Git, it's going to be on your local machine, but when we connect it to something like GitHub, then you'll be able to collaborate with a team. People can clone your repository. They can pull everything and all the changes that you've made in your GitHub, and it becomes a great way to share your code and collaborate with other people on your team. So with that being said, let's take a look at Git. So Git was created by Linus Torvalds. If you don't know who that is, he created the Linux operating system, which is pretty awesome. But he created Git because he was running into so many issues with something called Bitkeeper, which is what the previous version control system was for Linux. And so Git introduced distributed version control, which allows lots of developers to work on a project simultaneously without conflicts. Again, one of the issues that Bitkeeper had. The other biggest thing is that Git is really good at working with large projects and is really fast. And so if you have really large databases or really large code bases that you're working with, Git handles them extremely well. So that's who created it. That's kind of why it was created and a little bit about what it does. But let's take a look a little bit more into what Git really is. Git is a distributed version control system, a VCS. And like we talked about with version control systems at the very beginning, it allows you to track changes in your source code while you're developing things. Now, this was originally created for software development, but other teams use it too. When I was back on a data science team, we used Git and GitHub, and that was very common. So a lot of data science, data engineering, they will use Git and GitHub in their workflow. It's not just for software development anymore. Git allows multiple developers to work on a project without overwriting each other's changes. And so what you have is you'll have this main branch that is kind of your source of truth. And then what you can do is Git allows you to branch off of that and basically code alongside that main branch. And then when you're done, you can merge it back into that main code base with reviews. And that way it doesn't overwrite someone else's code because you're not all coding on the same main branch. And why do people use Git specifically? Well, Git is one of the most popular version control software in the entire world. In fact, it comes pre-installed on Mac and Linux. It does not come pre-installed on Windows, but in the next lesson, I'll show you how to download that and get that set up. The other thing is that it's open source. Anybody can use it. Git is completely free to use, just a local application that you can run and use. And honestly, it's quite easy once you get into it. The next thing is it has lots of documentation and support. I've run into issues when I've used Git, and there's so much documentation on exactly how to fix these issues. It is insane. And so any issue that you could possibly have has most likely been encountered, and you can just find out how to fix it online. And lastly, Git has integrations with almost all version control systems like SourceTree, Heroku, and GitHub most popularly, but you can integrate it with a ton of different applications. On this right-hand side, this is kind of a workflow of Git. We'll be working through some of these things in this series where I show you how you can create a local repository, how you can create a remote repository, how you can work with those two together, how to add, commit, and push, how to pull down your changes, how to push your changes. All these different things are things that we'll be looking at in this series. Next, let's take a look at GitHub. Now, believe it or not, Git and GitHub are not the same, and they're not even owned by the same company. GitHub was founded in 2008 and quickly became one of the largest code host websites in the world and absolutely changed how coders and developers and data professionals collaborate and work on coding. It was acquired in 2018 by, you guessed it, Microsoft for over $7 billion. So it gives you a little indication on kind of the value that GitHub was providing and the fact that Microsoft acquired it, which is one of the biggest tech companies in the world. GitHub is basically just a hosting website for Git. It adds some additional functionality, which makes using Git a lot easier. And so that's why so many people use it. But GitHub can also be free and you can host your open source projects and even private projects. But there is a paid version where larger teams can pay for it. It does get a bit pricey. For my team with Analyst Builder, we use GitHub and we have the paid version. It is pricey, but it is a very great service. So GitHub is basically a cloud-based platform to kind of connect to Git and store things in the cloud so you can access it anywhere in the world. If you're using a local Git repo, then you can only access that on your local machine. You can't access that if you go to another computer. So GitHub utilizes Git for their version control, which is how they track the changes and maintain the different versions of their code. So GitHub is basically built off of and utilizes Git. And GitHub really makes it easy for teams to work together because, like I said, you can pull down different changes, you can merge things, you can have code reviews, and you can do all that within GitHub, and it makes it really easy with a great user interface. So really quickly, let's just take a look at the difference between Git and GitHub. GitHub is a service, whereas Git is the actual software. GitHub basically just sits on top of it in the cloud and utilizes Git. GitHub is kind of the user interface, while Git is a command line tool. You're going to use it in the command line, and that might seem a little bit scary to you at first because maybe you've never done that before, but I'll show you how to do it. It's a lot easier than it sounds. Next is that GitHub is hosted on the web. It's a cloud-based service, whereas Git is stored locally on your machine. GitHub is maintained and owned by Microsoft, while Git is maintained and owned by Linux. Next, GitHub is focused on centralized source code hosting, while Git is focused on version control and code sharing. And lastly, GitHub is a host service for Git repositories, while Git is the version control system that manages your code history. I think this sums up perfectly kind of the differences between the two and where you're going to use them. Honestly, when you're working on a project on your local machine, you should be using Git for the most part. But then when you want to save and store and share all these different things, you're going to connect it to GitHub and then use that platform to kind of disperse, save, and have that history of your code online. So that is our introduction to Git and GitHub. In the next lesson, we're going to be actually installing both of these or getting both of these set up so that we can use them in the future lessons. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.